Hey John, I'm looking at all the Apple news we got this week. There's just been so much.
There is a lot. Yeah, there's a lot.
I
What
can
is this? What are you
barely
doing?
handle myself. Oh, oh,
Hey,
sorry guys. Didn't know we were recording. What's up?
yeah,
Welcome back to
welcome to
Genius
Genius
Bar.
Bar.
Oh my God, John, we're on episode 14. Can you believe it?
No, actually, dude, we are almost. So I think Recycle Bin, the podcast in like its entire history, had 22 episodes or something, and now
Wow,
this is
we're
already
getting
on
close.
14. Yep,
We're getting close.
longest running
We're getting
podcast in
close.
history for the 14
Longest running.
episodes.
Definitely this is my longest running podcast by about 13 episodes.
We should
So,
revive one of your
real
old
proud of that one.
podcasts as an episode
Oh
of Genius Bar.
God. That sounds horrible. I don't want Lawa to ever come back. I don't want
Lawa.
Phone Pod. Phone Pod was fun. We had Silicon. I've had like 17 different podcasts that
Dude,
I usually
Silicon
did
is
like
an amazing
alone
name, by the way.
or- Thank you.
So
I
good.
predicted Apple Silicon back in 2017. I'd like to take credit for that.
Yeah,
You know,
it was all Sam.
it was all me, guys.
I have.
Yeah, we're sorry we're late this week.
I have.
We're a
Do you
little
see
late.
boxes back there?
Yes.
So the
Oh
wave.
yeah, what is that?
Yeah, so the wave panels that you have in the background there, that's what's
Oh,
in these
yeah.
boxes. Except I got UPS.
Ooh.
Dude, I don't know. Like when I think of conversations you and I have had, I'm having this issue in my brain where I'm like, did we talk about that like on air? Is that on the podcast?
I know,
Or were we
right?
just
I do
talking
that
as
all the
friends?
time.
So I don't know if I mentioned it on the podcast or if it was just you and me. UPS comes really late for me,
Mhm.
so these were dropped off at like 7. Didn't
Wow.
have time to put them up.
I don't think. Yeah, we talked about this, and I was like, I'd never get anything after like 4. Like if it's not here at 4, it is
Uh-huh.
not coming.
It's
that
not
day.
coming.
No question. Those wave panels will not be on my desk anytime soon.
Well, I got
But,
I got the key light, which I had a little bit of time to set up. I didn't have time to
That's what I
tinker,
have
but
as
it's
well.
it's up and it's bright. That's about it. And then wave panels. There's boxes back there that I haven't had time to set up. So next week it'll sound better. I have been struggling with this office because the walls have been empty, and
Yep.
I was gonna get those giant acoustic like sound panels that are like insulated, and you know them, the big like really tall like 4 or 5 foot ones. That you just hang on the wall. But I was like, let me give the wave panels a try. You have them, so figured I'd try them.
Oh yeah, dude. Hey, I mean, that brings us to, you were so busy this week. You know, the reason you didn't put those wave panels up earlier is not only because they're not here, but because you were using stamps.com, our first
I
sponsor
was
today,
using
to send me a little
stamps.com.
package.
Okay, so I did. I used stamps.com yesterday, I believe, to send you a little package. And so will you agree to open it on the show next week?
Yeah, yeah. So I have
Like
to
we-
say,
it-
so
like-
I can't open it?
Yeah, so when you get it, just leave it be and let it
Put it
sit
in
there
a
like a little
corner.
mystery box, and then open it on the show for everyone to see. Not that there's
that
anything
sounds good.
inappropriate in it or anything like that, but just save it for the show.
Got you.
So yeah, we actually
guys.
used stamps.com for that, which they still happen to be our first sponsor for the day.
Easy peasy, dude. You just bring the service of the U.S. Post Office and UPS to your computer. It's a must-have. Whether you're a small business or a person like John just sending stuff, you don't have to go to the post office. You know, it's always kind of annoying, like to just go in.
Right.
It's nice to be able to do it from the convenience and comfort of your own home, and then you're just mailing stuff anywhere.
It's the future. It's how you should be doing it. Especially right now, especially compared to the post office, you get like 40% off. Usually, like 40% off to 60% off what you would normally spend at the post office, and more than the money that you would spend, you save time as well. So you save time and you save money, which is like, why wouldn't you be using stamps.com? Like, it was so easy. I didn't have to go anywhere, do anything. You know, I got the shipping label, put the package outside for Sam,
So easy.
and then it was just gone. I don't even have confirmation that anyone picked it up. All I know, as far as I know, it was magic. I put it outside the door, and now it's gone. And then it's going to end up at
Yeah.
Sam's door. I don't know. Maybe they have like a little ferry that comes and picks it up, I think. You think that's
I
what
think
happens?
it's a little USPS ferry or UPS ferry, depending on which service you use, and they've got their little blue. You know, the logo for USPS is a bird. Blew my mind when I realized that.
Wait, is it really
Yep, it's bonkers.
a bird?
You
Yeah,
know,
I had
yeah.
no idea. Right
And
now,
you guys
if you go to
can be a bird.
stamps.com, if you go to stamps.com, click on the microphone at the top of the home page, and then type Genius, that's how they know that we sent you. It's very important that they know that we don't just go there and get stamps.com and just leave it in your head that we sent you there.
I mean,
you got to tell them that we
like
sent
you
you.
could.
No.
But yeah, we'd like you to use code Genius.
You
Click on
have
the
to.
microphone. Yeah, because you guys also get some bonuses as well. Like if you don't enter the code, you're not getting the bonuses. When you do this, you get 4-week trial plus free postage and a digital scale. So by
and
signing
a
up,
free digital scale.
yes,
people.
dude, this is the craziest thing. That's literally worth it. Like you can literally get a free scale, and you can use it to ship everything. Like I sell things all the time.
I have used my free digital scale for lots of different things, like even cooking,
like weighing meat.
Yeah, they send you a free digital scale. Oh, what do you want me to do? I gotta use it. I can use it for all sorts of things.
Just don't step up on that scale, dude. I don't know if it can handle more than like 7 pounds.
No, it's fine. All right. That's how I weigh myself every morning.
That's how I weigh my parakeet is with my stamps.com free scale using code GENIUS when you go to stamps.com and click on the microphone. Okay, John,
go ahead.
I've got some new beef. All right.
You've got some new beef.
I've got some new beef.
Go ahead.
Not the beef that we put on our scales from stamps.com.
Right.
Use code GENIUS.
Right.
I'm talking about the beef with this video that has resurfaced from this guy named TechLead. All right. And normally I don't react to videos or comment on this stuff, but Travis MCP did an amazing video. And 2 days ago, basically the day Travis made his video, the dude made another video. And that one's longer. I don't want to play it. I mean, we might jump into it for like a second.
So
but like,
real quick,
there's this video.
Is this guy?
Oh yeah. So there's this guy named TechLead.
I feel like I'm not caught up with all this.
He made a video called The Problem with Tech YouTubers.
Okay.
So that's you and me, that's you
we
and
are
me.
that. Yeah. Uh-huh.
So he makes some interesting points in this video, and I don't want to give you my opinion yet, but considering that I said beef, I'm not exactly talking about something fun. So I want to get your reaction. I thought it'd be fun to watch this. So on the pod.
Travis responded to this video or made a reaction, and then conveniently he has made
2 days
another
later,
video.
He made it. Yes, okay. But he hasn't replied to any of like the criticism or the feedback or anything else.
Okay.
So without further ado,
do you think he did it on purpose? Like this, he put out another video a couple days later. Okay.
Oh, absolutely. Here's
okay. So we're gonna try to watch it here on the podcast
with tech YouTubers. Yeah, this is our first time doing a reaction, so we'll see how it goes.
Recently, I've come to the realization that I have a problem with tech YouTubers. In short, I believe that they promote this idea of consumption. When you take a step back and see what we have here, it's really just Home Shopping Network 2.0.
Okay, so thoughts on this so far?
I see the angle he's gonna start taking.
Yeah. I disagree.
Yeah, I see what he's insinuating though. I see what he's insinuating. And I know this is gonna be a very surface level video of just like nonsense.
Yeah.
So is he insinuating real quick? Is he insinuating that it's like we're just reviewing products or posting about products that we're paid to promote, or
he gets into that a little bit later.
Okay.
Let's keep watching. He has some fun zingers in here.
And they would demonstrate these products, gadgets, and explain these products to you, try to sell them to you. It's really the exact same thing. Sure, maybe the hosts now are a little bit cooler, a little bit hipper, and you've got these people, they're even going to the extremes of using expensive red cameras. All to what? To really just glorify some phone, some gadget, some computer, a laptop, and really to get you to want to consume some product. If you think about it, our modern society's obsession with phones is really a cause of these promoters.
Bruh, what? He just said that the reason that people love smartphones is because of tech YouTubers.
That's the only reason. We did it.
What? Like,
it's Steve Jobs can thank us, okay?
Dude.
Okay, I have a real question.
Okay.
What the hell does this guy do? Like, other than this, what is his like niche?
So some context on TechLead is his YouTube breakout video was he divorced his wife, and he said it was because that they were both too successful and that ruined their marriage. It's also weird that like to this day, so this happened 2 to 3 years ago, he will still clickbait his ex-wife in his videos. A bit odd, if you ask me. Like I get breakups are hard. Listen, I feel like I'm still in the midst of one some days, but like, I don't know, 3 years later and you're still using
they divorced because they were both too successful.
That's what he says.
Okay. All right.
And he also is a millionaire, and he's very proud of the fact that he's a millionaire, but he's proud of the fact that he's a millionaire who doesn't spend any of his money. So that's why he finds consumerism crazy, because he doesn't spend any of his money. And because that's what he chooses, he believes that anyone spending money on things that they like is too much.
Okay.
That's essentially what, so he continues going on here after saying that tech YouTubers are the reason that people like smartphones, rather than YouTube wasn't really out when the iPhone was around, and like, you know, it was a very clearly YouTubers
No.
were a
We
result.
did it. We did it.
You're right.
It had nothing to do with Steve and how great the iPhone was. It was us.
And gadgets from Samsung, Asus, iPhone, Android, Google, and all of these other manufacturers. And this whole industry is fueled and propelled by these big brands, which are really just promoting these people, pouring tons of funds into it in order to get these people to talk about their products. When you compare that to, say, the washing machine industry, the dryer industry, the hair blower industry, why don't people get all hyped up and excited about washing machines?
Bruh.
Maybe because a washing machine is not a connection to the internet and other people. So people are excited about smartphones because we make videos about smartphones, of course. But washing machines we don't talk about, so they aren't very popular. Other than the fact that they're in everybody's home.
Should you do a front page tech review of the newest LG washing machine?
Yeah, I've never done a review before. But I think my debut review video is going to be about washing machines. I just feel like that industry needs a lot of help. And so I'm going to kickstart this movement of talking about washing machines. You got to do it too. If it's a movement, if it's a revolution, right? It's more than me.
Well, we should think of it this way. Like, if we control the narrative of what people decide they want, we should start posting about like microphone gear, and that should just be our main thing. We should just switch our niche entirely and just be like, Shure SM7B, dude. Yeah, everybody needs one. You guys got to get this. Sponsored by Shure. Millions of dollars from Shure.
Yeah,
like, I don't know. It's just an annoying perspective. Like, it kind of comes across as like he missed out.
I can't even figure out in my head how he came up with this narrative. Like, I don't know. No. And you can the troubling part, Sam, is that you can tell, like, looking at his face, his eyes, he believes this. Like, he actually thinks this is true. What?
Yeah. Oh, also more context. He's like an ex-software engineer. So he worked for Google and like YouTube and stuff. And like he's super successful. He's a really talented like coder, but he has a lot of really we'll keep going.
Okay.
Why do people get excited about laptops and phones and gadgets? Well, you know, at the end of the day, I think it's really just because of these influencers who are just promoting and spamming these.
Okay, I have to pause it again. Like, this is like saying you like action movies, and the only reason you like action movies is because there is an ad for it. Not just like, oh, I've tested out all these different things in my life and I like action movies the best. Like, thrillers don't do it for me, but action movies are where I get my rocks off. Like, okay.
Dude,
I don't understand.
So like, how long is this video?
It's like 6 minutes. We'll skip ahead a bit because he basically just keeps repeating the same points.
So this is real quick. This is the original video. This is the first. This is
the original.
Okay, so there's more. There's more gold to come. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All right. Go ahead. Every single phone gadget.
You know, the second. Oh yeah. We'll hop into the second one because it's also annoying.
And device out there. I think this is a group of people. They're not really software engineer people. They're not even tech enthusiasts. They're more like tech consumers. People who get a thrill out of pure consumption because I don't know. Maybe because that's just.
First of all, I love how this guy looks like he lives in a treehouse. Like,
yeah,
that's what it looks like. He's up in a tree somewhere saying this shit.
Wait. I have to hear this part. What did he?
Not really software engineer.
We're not really software engineer people, so we're not allowed to get excited about technology.
Exactly. What were you thinking, Sam?
I'm sorry, John.
You talk about iOS on your videos all the time. How dare you? You don't even know, man.
Sorry.
You don't even know.
Coding, so I don't want TechLead to be mad at me.
You don't even know.
Well, they're not even tech enthusiasts. They're more like tech consumers.
Yeah. I would hope that we're consumers because that's how we actually connect with our audiences because we're not disconnected like a software engineer.
Yeah.
In a tree house. We know our audience in a tree.
Out of pure consumption because, I don't know, maybe because that's just the way they were raised and thinking that an item is going to bring them some type of happiness when in reality, you know the saying, you don't own an item, the item owns you. And so
Who says that?
Have you ever heard
You know the saying that you've never
Bro, he's like deep into the minimalistic stuff. He's like, yeah, I've been reading the books, you know, that the one-liner opening is like,
you know what they say, Sam, the washing machine owns you. All right. You think you're cleaning the clothes? No.
Dude, he just keeps going. I think his endpoints focus on the main disagreement that I have, which he makes this argument. I think it's around here.
I realized that everything out here is a brand advertisement and infomercial. You take a look at the biggest YouTubers out there, right? Maybe MKBHD or Unbox Therapy. These people have 10 million subscribers, and I'm not saying that their content's trash. In fact, it's probably pretty good. It's great. But at the same time, it's totally promoting consumerism, and it's really just Home Shopping Network 2.0.
What?
So yeah, he circles back to the same point he made in the first minute, but he doesn't have any evidence to back that up other than like everything is an ad. Like that's his main argument. But that doesn't make any sense, because what would make tech YouTube different? If your argument is consumerism is bad and consumerism should not exist, why are you making this video? We're consuming your content. You're obviously making money from this video. And I've got a real nugget for the second video. He gets a bit hypocritical.
Well, this in fact, a lot of the stuff that Marquez shows, or like Marquez or MKBHD, two different people. A lot of stuff that Marquez or Lou shows is like stuff that is crazy, like that you wouldn't be able to buy. Either it's limited, it's like super limited and sent by a company, or stuff that's crazy expensive. And it's like, a lot of the videos are because you can't buy it or wouldn't buy it, and that's part of the appeal too, is like showing you stuff that you normally wouldn't have access to, and or stuff that you don't want to buy. Like, I watch a bunch of Android videos, from Marquez or whatever, and it's not like I'm going to buy that stuff. It's not convincing me. It's not like, oh, I'm going to buy that phone next. Speaking of, dude, after we finish this, I have something to show you. Okay. Speaking of Android, I have something to show you.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Osei. So this guy, first video. So this was. I
don't know why that fucked me up so bad. That was really. Osei.
That's gonna be our new way we say okay on this podcast.
Osei.
So this guy, he posted a video, and like, did I leave a comment on here? Yeah,
you did.
I did, because I was angry.
Where is it?
I was
Can
just
you
like,
show us
here
the
for
comment?
Travis's video. Yeah, I think you're missing the fact that that tech has some intrinsic value. Like that, he's arguing that tech cannot be interesting as a standalone thing in a vacuum. If there was no YouTube, if there was no internet, that you couldn't touch. Like that's like cavemen with fire. Like that was interesting, and there was no YouTube, and that was new tech at the time. Like, weird argument. But anyway, I was just like, yeah, I mean, like, look in the fashion gaming community. I'm not saying that I'm like the biggest fan of consumerism, and that's something I think about in my videos. Is I'm like, yeah, I know I am promoting people to buy things. Like, that's something that I consciously think about. But I'm also like, people have the choice to do what they want with their money.
Right.
And I fucking love tech. So I'm going to talk about it.
Right.
Like, regardless if it's promoting consumerism, I'm sharing my perspective, and I love tech. So I'm not going to.
Why? I don't understand. Like, all of this stuff they're just tools. I don't understand. Would he say the same thing about a hammer?
Who knows?
Like, a lot of these, they solve problems in your life, and yeah, it brings me joy. God damn it!
So he's back.
Now I feel like this is personal.
2 days ago, he hops in with my problem with YouTubers in general.
Hey, come here. I've got something really interesting I have to tell you. Just watch this video.
He listened to your SM7B
you just have to
ad.
Okay, look. This is getting out of hand, all of this clickbait on YouTube.
Is this asshole drinking hot tea? Is he over here drinking hot tea on his video?
He says it's out of control with the clickbait on YouTube. The video is titled "My Problem with YouTubers." Just wait. Just wait.
The fucking steam coming from his pretentious hot tea.
This one is actually significantly worse than the first.
YouTube browsing experience. Have you learned anything valuable yet? No? How long has it been? A few months or years, even that you've been watching YouTube content? How much more time do you need until you've actually learned anything of substantial value or minimal value? Okay, wait. Let's just...
There's this obsession with minimalism again.
What?
Even though his room's like dirty as hell. I don't know what he's talking about.
Dude, when he first... So that first video, I don't agree with it, but I understand what narrative he's taking. I haven't figured this one out. I don't know what he's saying. I don't actually know.
And allow me to introduce myself formally. For those of you who may not know who I am an ex-Google, ex-Facebook, multimillionaire ex-husband. For those
Bruh, you see what I'm saying? It's been 3 years and he's still single.
What the?
That's literally a meme on his channel. But
he's just an ex everything.
Like, he doesn't smile when he says it, so I don't think it's a joke. Like, I think in his head he's like, this is my identity, I am an ex-husband. Like, which is, again, I could get, dude, breakups are hard, but like,
congratulations,
I'll be honest,
you're an ex everything. That's promising. What?
Yeah.
Ladies out there, TechLead. And I used to work on the YouTube app, actually. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was the tech lead over there. And part of my job was ensuring that everybody had a great experience over there. And now I'm kind of just working on the content side here. You can say my other channel has well over 1 million subscribers. So if you'll excuse me, I like to think that I know what I'm talking about. No thanks to you. So here's the problem. Most of the people you see on...
No thanks to you. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, no thanks to you, Sam.
Not like John and I have over 600,000 subscribers between us or anything.
YouTube are
thanks to us.
Total idiots. Okay.
Let's hear that one more time.
People you see on YouTube are total idiots.
Okay.
Including you,
I'm not
especially
talking
you.
about myself. I mean,
he literally clarifies. He goes, "I'm not talking about myself." Did you hear that? Listen to this.
To you. So here's the problem. Most of the people you see on YouTube are total idiots. Okay, and I'm not talking about myself.
Of course not. Like, dude, this is why he doesn't have a wife. This is why.
I don't think he's joking. Like, I know there's like dark satirical comedy, but like, I'm usually pretty good at sarcasm, and I don't know. I don't think it's sarcasm.
It's definitely not. He means all of this.
Yeah.
Most of the time, the creator, the influencer is this college dropout of a kid who's never worked any serious job or has no insight, no wisdom, no experience, no skills, no nothing, has accomplished zero in his lifetime or her lifetime.
Oh,
and you know these kids, if they're...
So he just said that most YouTubers are college dropout kids.
Okay.
All right.
But
we'll roll with that one, sure.
What good does your college degree have if you're an ex everything? You're doing nothing with it.
Because he's a software engineer, John.
Yeah,
he made
course.
YouTube. He invented YouTube, so that gives him credibility to know everything about it. Like, it hasn't changed since he was there.
They were to come off the streets, out of their homeless shelters.
What is he showing
waving
right
their
now?
hands at you, telling you, hey.
What is
so
this
he's
man?
Just got this guy who I guess I was confused by this because he just cuts to it with no context. No, this is just his problem with YouTubers in general.
I know, but why is he's not showing any of those? He's not showing one of us. He's showing this like caveman from the street. I don't know what I'm looking at.
I think he picked like what's like the worst way to make people. He's showing somebody who's like trying to like grab attention or like doing a gaffe to like. Okay. You know, he. I think he's making a point that's like, oh, YouTubers are clueless. Look, they walk around like cavemen outside with a big mic. Like again, it doesn't hold up, but that's what he's saying.
Kids, if they were to come off the streets, out of their homeless shelters, waving their hands at you,
and everyone's homeless. Shout out.
Everyone's homeless.
Let's make fun of the homeless population while we're
Shout out to the homeless homies.
Interesting to tell you. It's so interesting. You've got to watch this. It's so interesting. You wouldn't even give them the time of day. Maybe they just look kind of good or they're charismatic in some way. Maybe they made a stupid joke sometime, or maybe they got fired from Facebook like I did. And then suddenly they began becoming this full-time content
all
creator.
His videos, what I learned, I got fired from this. I got fired from this. My wife fired me from life. Everything is bad.
My wife fired me from life.
For months or years, and they still have more to say. I mean, how much more can somebody have to say? They should have run out of content after day one, really, and yet they're still out here trying to fabricate content out of thin air, trying to make their life interesting by doing stupid, ridiculous things that they would never do to promote mass consumerism or to promote some idea or philosophy. Maybe they don't even believe in so much themselves, like minimalism. I mean, come on, let's face it. Most of these kids are just broke. They couldn't afford a car or house, even if they wanted to. And so then they justify this as minimalism. Whereas...
That's rough. All right. You minimalism people.
Who hurt him? Like,
I know. Dude, next time I see somebody post on Twitter about minimalism, I'm just going to be like, oh, you're poor. That's the only problem. Fucking Mike.
Some kid has rubbed him the wrong way apparently, because he apparently does not like kids that
you know
do
what it sounds
well
like? It sounds like no one is rubbing him and no one has rubbed him in a very long time. And this is how it feels. His wife left a while ago.
Just mad. Like, just call the dude out that's being mean to you or something. Like,
what's happening?
If you take a look at the real deal, someone such as myself.
He's the real deal, Sam. He is it. That is it. He's the real deal. No one else.
I mean,
just
I can
him.
afford these things, and yet I don't go after it. And that is what true minimalism is about. These other people don't know what they're talking about. They cannot.
So I am greater than thee because I am a multimillionaire and I don't spend what I worked for. Like, again, that's fair. Like, you don't have to spend your money on stuff. If you want to just hoard all your money, that's fine.
Oh.
Like, you're allowed to do that. If John decided not to move out, if John moved out of his house into a trailer or left and sold his car, it's like,
speaking of, that's
what
I was thinking about doing. I was thinking about moving into a trailer. Okay.
Yeah, you have got an extra room because I can't afford a car.
Me and you. It'll be like
it'll
be like our YouTube house, YouTube trailer. No one's done that before. The
like
content
a
trailer,
home park. Jesus,
the
dude,
content trailer.
This is the future that TechLead wants. He wants everybody to be in trailers.
Oh.
A poor person trying to tell me that they don't need money. The message is much more powerful when it's a rich person giving away all of their money. Let's talk about this other thing, 10-minute videos. Why does every video have to be spread out to 8 minutes, 10 minutes?
His video is 10 minutes and 23 minutes long.
That's
10
what I
minutes
wanted
and
to
23
look at.
seconds long.
It's 10 minutes, 23 seconds.
Which, by the way, John, do we want to enlighten the audience why? And it's actually 8 minutes now, TechLead, but you can put more ads in those videos.
Yeah, and I love how
so we make more money for the same job. Who wouldn't take that bet?
So a lot of people I still get comments like that. Oh, look, like you're forcing the video to be 10 minutes, or like you just had to stretch it out to 10 minutes. Actually, no, it only has to be 8 minutes now. Thank you very much.
So hop off, TechLead, hop off.
Waste your time to increase your retention, to keep you sticked on the video such that they can make their advertising money. And let me just say this, in the age of social media, the current age that we live in, your attention and time must be protected at all costs because it is the currency of our era.
Yeah.
There's simply not enough time in the day anymore to do anything. Most people are just glued to their phones, their social media apps, watching Instagram content, YouTube.
Would you agree that social media is addictive?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Like, obviously not like in a drug. I feel like it's so easy to be like, everything is addictive, and it discounts the experience of like people who are actually like addicted to substances, and like, dude, Twitter is not the same as this hard drug that I struggle with. Like,
but I mean, it is addictive.
It's similar. Yeah. It's got similar, like the way your brain responds to it could be similar. And
yeah,
that's a good point. Like that. I agree with TechLead here.
Content, TikTok, Snapchats, LinkedIn, Twitter, Clubhouse, and there's just not enough time to do anything anymore because everybody is trying to get a piece of your time. You don't have time left for yourself even. Okay, let's do this. Let's try this. Is this a total waste of time for you? Well, no, this video is not, but the other videos probably are.
Of course not.
Like, dude, what is this God complex where it's like, I am the only one that knows. I am the only one. Like, what? No YouTuber's ever like, you only have to watch me. It's just like, no, just enjoy everybody's content. Like, I don't know. Cause like John and I technically compete, right? Like we're competitors, but it's like, we could either compete and not like each other or just be
which
friends
we did
that
for a long
support
time.
each other,
I did not
which
like
we
you.
did. And who's experienced more success? I feel like we've both had more success since we've just started like loving each other and like accepting each other and like, I don't know, not doing this where it's like we're being elitist as, well, my content's better. It's like, no,
and
we
this
make
is what he's saying
content
out loud. Imagine like just how miserable he is just by himself.
Dude.
Just, ugh.
He sees somebody with a Gucci bag and he's like, oh, they're covering up all their issues. It's like, maybe they just wanted the bag. Maybe they just wanted the bag, bro. Like, so, yeah. Have I bought things because I've been down before in my life? Yeah. But that's not why I don't buy Apple products because I'm down.
Yeah.
I buy it because I'm addicted.
Next time you post like a new a video for the new Apple products, I'll be like, oh, Sam's sad again. I'll text him.
God, I can't believe this is a 10-minute video, dude.
Tech YouTubers, gadget reviews. How often
here we go.
Probably a waste of time for you?
YouTubers now.
Well, no, this video is not, but the other videos probably are. For those of you who watch tech YouTubers, gadget reviews, how often do you walk into a Best Buy yourself and go ask the sales clerk for all of the specs about the latest Samsung phone? Well, if you don't do it in real life, then why would you do it in your digital online life just to procrastinate and waste time from the actual work that you may need?
You wouldn't do research before you bought a washing machine. So why would you ever go ask questions if you already know the answers?
People don't ask those. People don't ask Best Buy employees for specs because they usually have already done the research themselves, or it's a consumer that wouldn't watch YouTube videos. The people that aren't, I feel like the people that aren't looking that stuff up and doing the research are the people that don't care about specs. And so they're definitely not going to ask. You're not going to walk into Best Buy and be like, hey, what are the specs of this notebook? Remember the old netbooks from back in the day? The little tiny netbooks? Like, how many gigawatts of RAM?
Bro, like, he's got that one good argument, but like nothing else in here I feel like holds up. Like, just generally for like YouTubers and people that do it. I don't know.
Real quick, we should, before we continue on to this video, we should move on to the next sponsor, just to save people some time from this maniac.
Yeah, we need a break.
You know what I need right now? I need a life insurance policy.
John, I need make that 2 life insurance policy because we have partnered up with PolicyGenius.com. It's where you guys can go to get started because this is something that nobody really talks about. But, you know, the way this guy's going, like, I'm going to need one of those policies if I'm going to be sitting here listening to this malarkey all day.
Listen,
so yeah,
summer's coming. It's right around the corner.
It's here.
This is something that, like, this is adult stuff. This is adult heavy stuff that, like, normally is hard to take care of. And it's daunting. There's a big hurdle that you got to cross before you even start to face this stuff. And with Policy Genius, it makes your life easier. It also makes the after the life part a lot easier for your family, for the people around you. This is adult stuff that can be like, it's just easier. It's softer. It's softer to deal with because of Policy Genius. And it's easy to compare a bunch of different quotes for different insurance companies all in one place. And it could help you save up to 50%. That's a lot. 50% or more on life insurance just from using Policy Genius.
Yeah, you guys might want to get life insurance because it gives you a tax-free lump sum of money when your loved ones, for your loved ones after your death, so you can make sure that, you know, they're able to pay those bills. Like, you know, anybody's loss in life is absolutely tragic, and it makes it a lot more challenging when you don't have these parameters set up.
Yeah.
It can really affect, like, you know, people's financial situations specifically, but also, like, you know, who gets. It's different, you know, than a will, obviously, but it's very clear and laid out if you have a policy like this, that if something would happen to you, God forbid, your loved ones, like, it's going to take that pressure off of them. Like, on top of them going through the toughness of that situation, you know, they'd be able to pay for stuff. So
and I mean,
it's really,
you know,
really helpful.
Sam, you know, I've been through some life stuff, and there's been so many times where, like, something has happened to somebody in my family and they hadn't had any of this stuff taken care of. So on top of grieving and, like, dealing with the shock of losing somebody, you have to, it almost forces your family to immediately start looking at the next steps. Like, how do we pay for this?
Yeah.
What do we pay for? Nothing is prepared. And so Policy Genius, it makes your life easier. It makes everyone else's life easier, especially when it can be done in minutes. It's so quick. Literally within minutes, you go to PolicyGenius.com. That's where we'll leave the link down in the description and in the show notes on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, all that stuff. You go to PolicyGenius.com. In minutes, you can figure out how much coverage that you need. And they're not going to try to upsell you or do anything crazy like that. They'll help you figure out exactly what you need. You can compare personalized quotes, find your best price, and then go ahead and apply. And that's it. It's very, very simple, and everything can be taken care of for you. And they made it a note in the ad, which especially right now in terms of, like, how we're tracked and traced online. This is very important information.
I was going to bring this up as well.
Yeah, Policy Genius never sells your information to other companies. It's like an actual line that they gave us to make sure to mention. So obviously it's important to them.
Very great. And they don't add on any extra fees, guys. It's PolicyGenius.com because when it comes to insurance, you want to get it right.
All right. Now let's
wish I had that life policy. Wish I could have done it. I bet you guys could sign up during that ad. It's so easy to sign up for them. Okay. So this guy, we're 4 minutes into this video.
And if you're into coding content, well, how many programmer YouTubers out there have actually even worked in the industry, much less at FANG companies? Most of these people are regurgitating tutorial hell videos for you just to keep you in this endless cycle, so you keep feeling like you don't know enough. Maybe you should just get out there and start working on a project instead of learning languages over and over again. These people don't know how to teach. Only I know how to teach because I've actually worked at Google and Facebook. As I mentioned, I am
only he knows. Again, with the only I stuff.
You notice how he mentioned his qualifications again?
Yeah.
Like, this appeal to like, it's such a, like, stupid appeal to credibility, because it's like, if you hear that, your brain shuts off and says, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. Like, it's I don't know. It's a little messed up that he keeps saying that to reinforce that he's the authority on this issue. Yet he's being like, don't let people keep you in an endless loop, even though he's literally looping your brain by appealing to your
Just look at his face. Just look at this asshole.
Like, it's just.
Oh, look at that. One on the right side, one of his latest videos, why Bill Gates' wife left him as a billionaire.
Dude, I saw that and I was like, who the fuck are you to talk about this guy's marriage? Like, first
a guy
of all,
who
that's
also
probably
got
tough. Like, and I guarantee his argument is going to be, he was too successful. He was too much of a god. Like, I haven't watched it, but maybe we'll look at that in the future. But I'm just also like, dude, like this guy, I don't know. I'm also always very like, Kim and Kanye divorce. Like, say what you will, but I'm like, if they love each other, hate each other, divorce is hard. And it is not my position to speak on somebody else's marriage and their issues when we have no idea what they went through. Like,
right.
You know, I'm not going to speak on your marriage, dude. I've literally said 4 times, like, I'm sure it was hard because I bet it was, but damn. How much more of this video is going? It's just getting worse and worse.
You're into productivity. What if the true answer on how to really be productive was to just be really simple about this and to get a good night's sleep and go get your work done?
Be a minimalist,
Do you think
John?
anybody would tell you this, or would they be out there trying to hustle you the latest wares and apps on sleep trackers, note-taking apps, calendar?
Okay, I'm bored.
Fine.
We got to skip.
Or maybe you're into finance, stocks, money, so you turn on YouTube to find your next get-rich-quick scheme because that's the only thing that becomes viral on YouTube.
Oh yeah, in this part, he just talks about like crypto and how there's a lot of scams there. That's very true.
Okay, what's that have to do with YouTubers?
Yeah, he's being like, yeah, there's some people on YouTube that abuse it, and I'm like, yeah, that's how any system works, and it sucks that there's bad actors, but like, let's call it the bad actors rather than, I don't know.
What?
Like, I don't think there's a systematic YouTube problem that like we need to address.
Also, he obviously, like, you know, Travis was responding to his video, reacted to it, and you know he's probably getting a little bit traction on that last video, and so he knows he's just making another one. He's just doing it to be controversial,
dude. Literally,
which
like
means
the
he's
day
feeding
after
into all of this
Travis's.
stuff. He's just like every YouTuber ever.
It's so annoying.
And so naturally, most of the content you're going to be exposed to out here is going to be biased towards stuff that is going to promote you feeling like you're not enough because people want you to buy stuff. We're going to see overglorification of productivity culture, where you're going to always need.
Do you do that with your videos? I know when I like sit down to record, I hit record and then I always have to pause because I said, all right, so I want to hit them hard to feel bad so that they buy more Apple products because I get a check from Apple every month. So like, you know, rather than just like showing you how good something can be, I'ma just be a dick. I'm just gonna be a dick.
He's acting like everyone's still in high school. Like, why or bullying people or making them feel bad because they're not buying the latest something? What?
It is as if this is a disadvantaged population that we are making videos for that has no ability to think or differentiate for themselves. Now, listen, if he's talking about kids YouTube and what happens there, that's a whole different thing. If he's talking about elderly people that get confused on YouTube, that's a whole different thing. I would agree with a lot of these arguments, but to assume that the average YouTube viewer is unable to see BS, I would disagree. I think that most people are pretty adept at when someone is just totally selling you something. Like, they're pretty good, especially in the tech community. People are like highly like, is this sponsored? Did you just sponsored? Like all the times we even say on the podcast, we talked about D-brand and we like made it very clear. We're not sponsored because we're like scared that somebody would be like, oh, you're taking that D-brand money, which I still haven't gotten, by the way, D-brand. Still waiting on my deposit. Anyway.
Don't advertise VPNs on any of my channels.
Oh, this is a personal attack.
Yeah, hold on.
Of protecting you. How would you know if an influencer is pushing you to download some scam malware VPN that's going to take over all of your privacy?
Because you trust them. That's how.
And they lose their credibility. If we VPN, a brand that John and I work with directly every month, was bad, John and I would look bad. But they're not bad. They're a trusted brand.
Oh, God.
And that's why we like.
This is so bad.
I know.
He just took a personal attack now.
I know. It's just like, yes, are there some scam VPNs? Yes, that's why we don't promote those. Like, I don't understand. He's just saying that people can't think and see through anything, and that's just not true. Like,
And that's one reason I don't advertise VPNs on any of my channels. But the same really goes for crypto pump and dumps as well.
Yes,
like
that's
some
the
they could
problem.
be
You
on
talked
a
about
man to
crypto.
understand something when his salary depends on his not understanding it. And so when you think about these something
What? Can you read that quote for us, John?
It's difficult to get a man to understand something when his job depends on not understanding it. What?
From the famous mouth of Upton Sinclair. Do you know who Upton Sinclair is?
Oh yeah, I had lunch with him last week. Upton.
Oh yeah, that's my dad. Forgot. What is?
It is difficult to get a man to understand something when his job depends on not understanding it. What?
Dude, he's just he's all over the place in this video. He's like, you got to be a minimalist. You got to be a millionaire. Kids suck.
Got to be divorced.
You're probably homeless and poor. Better get divorced. Bill Gates' wife is cheated on him or something. I don't know. Like,
what?
Depends on his not understanding it. And so when you think about these YouTubers out there who have made their full-time jobs to create the content and to keep this content farm going, when in reality they know that, maybe their content is just total trash. And it's like, these people really have nothing to say. Like their words they've got no insight. And they're out there telling you, hey, I've got something really interesting I got to tell you. You've got to listen to me. I've got something, it's so interesting, so cool. I read this article. Let me tell you about this article I read. Maybe they should just send you the article as a link and you can go read it yourself, right? Maybe that would be faster instead of them trying to drag on an article to 10 minutes in order to collect their views and clickbait you into this stuff. Maybe this whole YouTube thing is a total waste of your time.
As you watch my YouTube video.
Like, I just don't understand because every argument backfires based on him. Like,
he's also like he's shitting on the viewers as well, because they're not just watching it because the videos exist. We're making videos based on the demand. That's how life works. That's how consumerism works.
Yeah.
That's how all of this works. Why?
There's demand.
Oh.
I don't know. He's just making an argument about the 1% of bad actors. It's like, yeah, they're bad. Like everything he said, I'm like, yeah, I've seen that on YouTube before. But it's not like that's the prevailing medium, that YouTube is like this ball of toxicity that's just like horrible for everyone. It's like I watch 10 to 30 times the amount of YouTube that I watch of Netflix or something else, because to me and the content I like, it's more authentic.
Yeah.
I like watching other humans that aren't in a big budget movie film because I enjoy the fact that it's like real. It's like, oh, this is a real dude.
If I only have one choice of like all the forms of media, I would pick YouTube, because there's so many things that I want on there. The personalized videos are way better. It's more authentic, like you said, and also like long form content's there too. Like if I really like podcasts, they're my favorite, and it's on YouTube as well, especially this one, Genius Bar. You should subscribe.
Sometimes the best thing you can do, I find, is to just go out and pay for advice. If you want to learn something, maybe.
Okay, so John, I've been holding this in the pocket. I got a pocket aces for you right now.
Okay, go ahead, hit me.
Just listen to this last part.
Sometimes the best thing you can do, I find, is to just go out and pay for advice. If you want to learn something, maybe just go buy a book about it, or book a course or session with somebody and get all of your questions answered. And maybe you have to spend 10, 20, 50, $100, whatever it is. And within that short amount of time, you'll get all of your questions answered and will save yourself so much time. Have you ever tried learning about taxes from the internet? You may be browsing for hours or even days, and then you give your accountant a call and they'll answer the question in 10 minutes, give you all the advice and information you need to know, all the pitfalls. That's what most of YouTube content feels like to me, just marginally informational, mostly clickbait, empty calories that you're consuming. And anyways, I'm just going to stop myself here.
Dude.
Did you comment on this one?
You want to see this pinned comment?
Oh my God.
Oh.
Did we just watch a 10-minute ad?
Oh,
God damn it.
So his closing thought was, YouTube is a problem because it's too consumeristic, and sometimes people are making fake claims and they're trying to get your attention for no reason. And he links his own page. Let me switch the cam that I'm sharing. So I can't make this up. This dude unironically
is it up?
YouTube Backstage.
25% off stay home sale event. What is YouTube Backstage? Wait, are we promoting his shit?
Oh, well, John, when you join now, go here.
Get a free episode.
You want to see how much this costs for his YouTube success? Yeah, you can type in any address at Verizon.net. Oh, John, it's only $400.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
wait. I have a question. What the fuck is this even about? What does YouTube Backstage teach you? How to get
John,
divorced?
It's him teaching you how to really do YouTube.
Oh,
it's his class.
Fundamentals of
it's
YouTube,
his Jake
gear
Paul
and equipment,
YouTube class.
editing videos, growth strategies, business and monetization.
Nothing held back. Dude,
we should just say fuck it and buy it.
Again, the appeal to credibility is just so dumb. Like, I'm a millionaire. Did I tell you I'm a millionaire? Did I tell you I'm an ex-lead? Did I tell you that I've done this? It's just like, dude, people should like you for who you are at some point. It's not just about your prerequisites. Like, you can be a good person working at Walmart.
Right.
You don't have to be a millionaire who, like, I just thought, I was like, dude, shot and kicker is the fact that after this whole video of him blasting consumerism and YouTubers, he's like, do you want to watch my YouTube course? Only $300. $300. I will tell you this right now. You will learn more. There's a discount. We got the spring sale.
Yeah, we got.
You will. If you guys are ever watching this and you want to do YouTube, John, do you want to let him in on this? There's no secret.
No,
there's no formula.
The secret is in there, and it's just $400 away. That's all.
All right, you're right, John. But yeah, we've heard. I'm sure you've heard people be like, how do I do YouTube? Or like, I really like YouTube. I want to be, I want to do this. Like, for most young kids, it's like the number one thing they say, and I say you just got to go. Like, my best advice is, I'm like, just try it, because you'll realize that you like it.
That's absolutely the best advice, by the way. Just fucking do it. Stop talking about it and just do it.
For me, it's always telling if you keep going with no success for a while. John and I can tell you,
I
can't speak for you.
500 episodes of Front Page Tech for a total of 200 people.
Yeah, it took me 7 years to hit 100K. Six years to hit 100K.
Sounds about right.
Took me 4.5 years to, I think, make over like 12 grand a year off YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think I was below the poverty line on YouTube, which, again, I'm not saying I should have started off any higher. I'm just saying, like, it's it's something like you got to work at. And I don't know, it always hurts me because I know that those courses prey on people who want the answer or that thing, or they want to do it. And take it from me and John, who have done this. There is not a single answer. There are tips, there are tricks.
Yeah.
I think you can learn those for free. You can go on Daryl Eve's channel or whoever, the million free YouTube IQ videos are.
YouTube course?
Never.
I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Dude, like I said, I made like 500 episodes for 200 people. You get desperate. You want to know the answers. So you start blowing money, spending all these money on different YouTube courses. I'm not going to say which ones, because the next line of this is none of them did shit. None of them were helpful in any way. None of what I have now, or like the success that I have now, ever came from anything that I purchased. Everything came from just doing. That's it.
Yep. And your videos are going to suck. That's okay.
My videos still suck.
I still make videos that suck. Yeah, I still make videos that suck. Some I'm really proud of. Some I'm just like, just wasn't my day.
Wasn't my day.
Yeah. I don't know. That was a very fun thing to react to. It was
pretty terrible. You want to react to something else?
Yeah.
So, real quick, we'll talk about the MacBook Air renders here in a second, because I put those out yesterday. I think
they're hot. They're hot. The only Apple news this week.
By the way, you are like, I send you actual images, and I sent you one. I sent you one of the pieces. Like, you got to see an actual image.
I saw the body. I'll say that I saw the body.
You saw that body. Okay.
That body.
So I'm not going to say anything about this on Twitter yet.
Okay.
And we're recording this the day before, so I got time. Ian, I've been working with Ian a lot lately. He just finished my MacBook Air renders, and then I messaged him today. I was like, dude, you're gonna be busy again, because I just sent him some stuff. So this is why I love my job. I woke up today. I had no idea what I was gonna make tonight. I was gonna gather the news and stuff, and I received images of the Pixel 6, like really good images of the Pixel 6. And normally that wouldn't be exciting. Just be like, okay, whatever. But yeah, Sam's already sleeping. Normally that wouldn't be exciting.
What time is it? Oh, we're still talking
I've been
about
talking
the
for
Pixel?
2 hours by myself.
Okay. Keep going.
Yeah,
Keep
you
going. Let's
good?
get through it.
You awake?
Yeah, I'm good.
So I got images of the Pixel 6, and normally I wouldn't be that excited about it, but it is a radically new design. Like, it's not what you would expect. And that's why it's exciting to me, because I get to release it, and no one's going to see this coming. So I'm not saying
Can you
anything.
show me the picture?
Yeah, I'm going to send it to you, and you can react to it. I'm not going to say anything on Twitter or tease that it's the Pixel 6 until it drops that day. Or if you listen to Genius Bar, then you'll know. Because
yeah.
So I'm going to send you two. One image has the Pixel 6 and the Pixel Watch together.
Ooh.
Yep. And this is this is not a render. This is a real image. Okay.
You already watermarked it, so I can't leak it. Whoa, that is radical.
Yeah. This is a clean image. This doesn't have a watermark, so don't leak this. This is so what I sent you. The first one is the Pixel 6, and this next one is the 6 XL.
Bruh.
Yeah.
What is happening on the back?
Yeah.
That looks like a pencil, dude.
Yeah.
Does it look like the eraser on the top and
It
then the
does.
little metal part and then
Yeah. So that is the Pixel 6. There's probably
I don't like
yeah.
it.
You are one of the first people on the planet to see that. Your reaction is exactly why I got excited to show people, because they're going to be like, "What?"
Oh boy.
Also,
Well, I think
if you look
Apple's
at that
got
image,
this year in the back.
if you look at that image, there's a date on it. You see there's a certain date on there.
Are you gonna say the date?
I may mention that it was put on there. I mean, usually, they have like the announcement dates on the wallpaper or like in promotional image like that. Anyway, just saying. The first image though is the Pixel Watch and the Pixel 6 together. I leaked the Pixel Watch a month or so ago. So this is super exciting, and Ian's never made an Android device.
Yeah, that's gonna be really funny.
So, but he has really good images to work with here. Usually we have really terrible images, so this will be exciting. And so there's no way I'll have them done for tomorrow, because Ian, there's no way he'll have them done already. Oh, my mic is interfering. There's no way
That's
I'll
really
have
cool.
them. Yeah, there's no way I'll have them done by tomorrow. But I think I'm going to put the episode out on Thursday. So there'll actually be 4 episodes from Page Tech this week. So you'll
my God.
Yeah, if you're watching or listening to Genius Bar right now, you'll probably see this leak the next day.
It's a good leak. It's a spicy meatball.
It's a spicy meatball.
I think it's interesting the direction that they're going with, kind of like the jut out on the back and the tricolor scheme. We haven't seen a tricolor scheme on phones.
Nope.
I feel like smartphones were first coming around. So between that and the fact that it looks very unique.
Don't say too much. Don't say too much.
I think that is what I think that's what the Pixel needs, though, because like I play the part of like I don't care about Android, but like I had a Pixel 2 back in the day, and I liked it a lot. It just was boring, and I've realized even the most purest form of Android, it just doesn't do it for me personally.
No,
it's not what I
absolutely not. But it's fun to leak it.
Yeah,
that's the thing, dude.
it's cool
I got that right
see.
before I went on the show today, and so I was like,
oh,
my brain was going 1,000 miles an hour, and I already sent it to Ian. He's started the render, so hopefully we'll have something to show you on Thursday. But we did just put out those MacBook Air renders.
yes, you've been on a fire. By the way, that tweet that you had where you said I've seen some things. Was that you referring to the Pixel?
Yeah, that was what it was.
Okay,
that was as soon as I saw the images of the Pixel. I was like, I have seen some things, because I don't know who to tell. I can't tell anybody.
Yeah, but those MacBook Air renders.
Dude,
we're spicy.
Dude.
Reddit still hates you, dude.
Oh, are they talking about it? I try not to look. Like if I see a thread on Reddit about me, I try not to say anything.
I got brought into it as well. Somebody was like, honestly, his credibility is pretty good at this point if you check Apple Track. And then somebody goes, owner of the site is Sam Kohl, who does a podcast with Prosser. I'd use caution if I were you. And I'm just like, dude,
did you respond?
See. When somebody did tag me and was like, hey, can you look at some claims? I think I had to mark you wrong or right for some stuff the other day on your page. So sorry that I'm still waiting on that check, John.
Yeah.
That check.
So it was like they that number doesn't matter because you made the website and you also do the podcast?
Because we do a podcast.
Do they know
so it's impossible?
Do they know that we hate each other for a long time and this page and this website existed before the podcast?
It's rigged.
It's all rigged.
It's rigged.
It's rigged like the election.
Yeah, it's rigged like the election. You want to march to Cupertino and cause an insurrection there?
Yeah.
You and I just tweet
nobody
storm
do that.
Apple Park.
What if like
Dude.
CNN tomorrow, like Genius Bar listeners swarm Apple Park?
Oh my God. And we're just like breaking into offices, leaking products. It'd be like we hurt no one. We pay for all the damage that's done. We just want to get the leaked products.
Right.
Speaking of which, you leaked the MacBook Air.
I did. I leaked the MacBook Air.
Big leak, dude. I'm a little disappointed you didn't leak the MacBook Pro, but I will say these renders
Well, technically
are
the Pro leaked,
delicious.
right?
But not like full body.
Okay.
Because even for the iMac, you knew it was coming in colors, but like the body you guessed on. So like, this is cool. That like
no, the body I got. The bottom half is it.
Oh,
it's the display, the actual like display panel we guessed on, because we had aluminum enclosure. We didn't have display parts. Real quick, so I have something very interesting to bring up about that, because when I put out a leak like this, other people start making videos about it and articles, and there's been a lot of speculation, and it's become very, very interesting to hear. Like I say at the end of those episodes, like I give you the information and you do with it what you want. And it's really interesting to see people do that. Just like take the information, my job's done, and then I get to see everyone else speculate. We'll talk about that in a second. Real quick, we do have one final sponsor for the day. Our favorite, BetterHelp. Listen, BetterHelp. We've talked about BetterHelp, two or three times at this point on the show. It's one of our favorite services. Really, a lot of the stuff, like I know personally, even though in my mind and in my heart region, I know I should be talking to a therapist, and I know that would be really good for my mental health. It'd be really good for just my life in general to help make sense of all my thoughts and feelings. I would probably never go to a therapist. Like I would never physically show up, because there's so many things that could like get in my way or allow me to create an excuse not to go. Like it's far away. I got to sit in a waiting room. I got to be face to face with somebody in person. And I have a lot of social anxiety that way, where it's a service like BetterHelp takes all those excuses, puts them in a cute little box, wraps them up in a bow, and then throws it away, because you don't have those excuses anymore.
I think a big goal of therapy, if I was ever a therapist or somebody I've appreciated hearing from therapists, is like meeting somebody where they're at, right? So like for a lot of people, just like the social part of like I remember when I used to walk to, in St. Louis, I used to walk to this place, and I remember just like going in and out. I'd always see people, or like in the waiting room, I'd be like, oh, like not only like it's kind of like, like I'm one of them, they're one of us, but it's also like a lot of pressure of like, like what am I doing here? This is just a lot. And like for some people, I appreciated like the in-person aspect, but for a lot of people, like you're saying, like that it's hard and it's a barrier to even do that. And BetterHelp wants to help you start living a happier life today. And they believe that they can do that through therapy, which is, more affordable than traditional in-person counseling. Yeah. There's also financial aid available. I mean, I signed up just to test it out, and I got a response like almost immediately. So it's communication under 48 hours from when you sign up. So it's
it's so flexible too, which is a really cool part. It's like whatever you're feeling that day, like, you can set up a video conference, a video call with your therapist and chat with them that way. Yeah. But there's also the opportunity for you to just shoot a text. Like if it's just like you're busy, it's a busy day, or you're too like, sometimes you don't want to get out of bed, and that's a hurdle in and of itself. And so you're not going to do a video call. You're not going to go see anyone in person. And, having the opportunity, the ability to just shoot them a text to your therapist and get a very thoughtful response back and do it that way. Some people prefer to communicate that way. Like it's better. And it's just like I know for myself, sometimes I can just write things down easier than saying them. Like it helps me gather my thoughts and put them the way that I want to. And sending a text is just easier sometimes. And so BetterHelp makes it so super easy. You save money, you save time. It's flexible. And I think you get some really thoughtful care that maybe you didn't have the opportunity to get before because of all the other hurdles and excuses that you made for yourself. It's really easy. BetterHelp.com. So that's HELP, BetterHelp.com/GeniusBar.
And you guys get 10% off of your first month when you guys use our code, or just when you go to Genius. Bruh, this is the third ad read. I'm losing my mind. When you go to BetterHelp.com/GeniusBar. But hey, now you guys will remember. You'll be like, there is no code for BetterHelp. It's just go to GeniusBar at the extent. Dude, I'm losing my mind. BetterHelp.com/GeniusBar. 10% off your first month. Now you're really going to remember. Okay.
Which, of course, you don't have to remember any of this because it's always linked down in the show notes and YouTube description. BetterHelp.com. That's HELP.com/GeniusBar. Name of the show. Okay. So the MacBook Air renders that I put out,
let's go.
I've seen a lot of videos and speculation that this is not the MacBook Air, because I did say that employees and sources a lot, they don't know exactly what product they're working on. Unless, this is the third MacBook Air that's come out, and it's very clearly the product that they're working on is the MacBook Air. But when there's a new design, they may not know what product they're looking at. That's why there's always like code names for products that, sometimes
that's really interesting.
Yeah, I'll leak a product name and then I'll also leak the code name. The code name is what it goes by behind the scenes, because a lot of times that's just how secretive Apple is. Like even the employees, for the most part, don't know what they're working on. Sometimes only the marketing team knows, and sometimes the marketing team hasn't even decided a name yet. So
people be looking at an iPhone in Foxconn, and they're like, "Is this the new iPad?
Right?
Is it right here? I don't know. I don't know what it said. That is because we
that's like we don't know the name of the iPhones
in.
until it comes out. Like even employees, everyone's just guessing.
Yeah. Wow. That's really interesting. So yeah, I mean, it makes sense if they're on separate teams. Then
so this is we are assuming that this is MacBook Air because schematics through that hack, last month or whatever, leaked a MacBook Pro, and this does not match that. Also, Kohl and Gurman also leaked the I/O for the MacBook Pro, and none of this matches that.
Yes.
For this, what we were able to see was just two USB-C ports, one on either side, and it's very, very thin.
It looks like a parakeet's left toe. It's so thin.
Dude, so Gurman talked about it before. Yeah, Gurman talked about it before, and he said it's even thinner than... And I think I read an Apple Track article where you were talking about like how would it get any thinner than this? Like when Gurman...
Yeah.
When it was like when Gurman said that it gets thinner. And the very interesting thing is, if you look at a MacBook Air, it tapers, right? Hang on. Keep everyone entertained. Just a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. So guys, when you look at a MacBook Air, it obviously tapers a little bit. Like tapering meaning it starts out even and then it goes down a little bit. Like you notice with the like lid closed on the MacBook Air. Well, if slap. Oh wait, I can go off the rail. Oh, he's back. Dang it. It just hit me that I could do whatever when you were gone.
Okay. I just went over there and got a MacBook Air. So it tapers, and the edges...
I just explained it.
Yeah, it looks... okay, good. So I'll just put it away. So it tapers, and the edges look really thin, but they're just really cleverly hiding all this down here. Like the machine is actually a little bit thicker than the edges might lead you to believe. This, though, the new MacBook Air renders that we put out, is just the edges that you see here that they're trying to convince you this is how thin it is. The new one is actually this thin. It's wild.
Yeah. Very
It's almost too thin. Like I said on the episode, what do they do after that? Because you can't make it thinner.
Too thin and light. I mean, I also am just like dying. I think I said this. I wrote this for commentary on an Apple Track article recently that I'm just dying to see Apple's Pro lineup. Like we've seen the iMac now, we've seen the base MacBook Air. I want to see
M1X?
What the M1X and M2 computers are going to look like, because I'm also just still confused. Did you see the new iPad Pro benchmarks that came out?
I saw that they leaked. I didn't actually see them, but it's faster than a spec'd out Intel MacBook Pro.
Yeah, dude, and it's 33% faster than the second closest iOS
They're not making
device.
the iPad that crazy just so you can look at Twitter and check your email. There's something coming.
It's going to be Final Cut at WWDC and Logic. It has to. Like,
it has to be.
What else is iOS 15 going to be? I think Apple's going to announce that bundled with iOS 15 on iPad OS or Apple's Pro apps for free. Give it to everybody.
No way. That would be wild.
I guarantee that
For free?
that's what they're gonna do. Yeah,
That would be crazy.
Yeah. Because I mean, if you think about it, remember Pages and Keynote and Numbers used to be paid for years,
Mhm.
and then now
yeah.
it's on every Mac. Every Mac. I see a shift, at least on iPad OS. I'm not saying Final Cut for the Mac will ever be free,
Mhm.
but I could see on iPad OS, I could see them, saucing you some love.
Also, like the 4 feet on the bottom of the MacBook Air, those are gone. Instead,
That
it's
was
just going to
the
be 2
weirdest
vertical
part.
strips.
Dude, that looks weird to me.
Does it? It like if you look at the bottom of the iMac, it has those 2 vertical strips on it as well, which I found out later.
Parts consistency.
Yeah, the source was like it in favor of 2 vertical strips, and I was like, that's weird. And he's like, it's also on the iMac, and I was like, what? It's on the bottom of the iMac. Fun fact. You should find something that looks similar. So what do you think it is, the MacBook Air? Or do you think the speculation online after I put this out was that it's just the MacBook? Like they're bringing the MacBook back. Just the regular
I think is very
MacBook.
possible. I'm honestly 50-50 between the two, but it's going to be one or the other. I don't see MacBook, MacBook Air, MacBook Pro again.
You don't
That just
see
seems like a lot, I don't see 3 different lines.
Well, I feel like, they do that with iPad, right? I feel like it's possible that
Good point.
we have MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, like maybe the MacBook Air is one of the first M2 devices that comes out, and then whatever I just leaked a couple days ago is just MacBook, like a base model MacBook where they just stick an M1 in there and call it a day.
My only issue with them putting an M1 in this machine is that I feel like,
dude, your video quality looks like
just-
you're coming in through a calculator.
I was just going to say, I'm going to disconnect and reconnect because it looks real bad. Holy shit.
Yeah, it looks pretty bad. Don't know what happened. Are you reconnecting? I think he's reconnecting. He'll come back.
So I just disconnected and reconnected. Oh,
It
my God.
It
Are
still
you
looks
here?
terrible.
Can you hear
Why
me?
does it look so terrible? I can
Hello?
hear you, and yep, I can hear you and I can see you. Hang on, we'll be right back.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay,
my MacBook was
welcome
just
back
we
to the
don't upload.
show. We fixed it.
We're back.
Sam is back. We should have just kept it like that. Streaming from your calculator.
Yeah. Hey, so we were talking about
You
What were
don't
we
think that
talking about?
you don't think that there's going to be a base model MacBook?
Oh, well, I think it would be one or the other, just because Apple got rid of the original MacBook.
You think they would
and
get rid of the MacBook Air in favor of just MacBook?
This is what I was going to say. It doesn't make sense for an entry-level MacBook and an iPad Pro with M1.
Okay.
If the iPad
I
Pro
see
still
that.
had A series, then yeah. But I don't get the difference between those two machines at all. Like the design, one's touchscreen. Honestly, if it was base MacBook with M1 or the iPad Pro, I'd pick the iPad Pro with M1.
Well, to get iPad Pro to basically replicate the experience, you need to get the keyboard too. And that's like $1,200, $1,300 total to get that.
The pricing is going to be
Whereas
really
an entry-level
interesting.
MacBook could be like $800 maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
that's a good point. And people want a cheap MacBook. I could see
I'm
them
still
bringing
convinced
it back
that it was
with a
MacBook
redesign.
Air though. I don't think
Yeah.
it's MacBook. But I
think
wouldn't be
that's-
shocked.
I think that's fair because I think Apple's bringing that edgy design language to all of their products. And I think that's just the MacBook Air that you saw, and the MacBook Pro is going to look very similar with more.
I feel like it'd be really sad if we don't have the tapered design, if they get rid of the tapered, because that's been MacBook Air for forever.
Forever. Yeah. I won't mind it too much. Is that your MacBook Air or whose MacBook is that?
Karina's.
Gotcha.
Yep.
I feel like I get more disconnected from Apple's base products just because I don't ever end up really using them. And I'm always just like, I want the best. Like if the best is there, I want to get it.
Yeah.
So I use like MacBook Pro, even though
Way to
I
just
do
give into
this-
consumerism, Sam.
Yeah, bro. I do freaking love this shit.
Just buying the best. Just to
I
have
am
the best.
excited for the iMac that comes out. We are less than we are less than 10 days away
So I
from
leaked,
when we can touch it.
That's another thing. I leaked. It's been a crazy week, dude. I also leaked the embargo dates for iMac and iPad Pro. iMac is, let me see if I remember this from memory, Tuesday, May 18th. at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 8 for us, right? Or no? Is that 8 for us?
It's an hour earlier here.
And then the iPad Pro, M1 iPad Pro embargo is lifting on Wednesday, the following day, May 19th, also at the same time, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that's when, I feel like everyone at this point knows what an embargo is, but that is when you'll start to see YouTube videos, reviews, articles, stuff like that. And your subscription feed will probably be filled with that stuff on the dot. As soon as 9 a.m. hits, if the leak is correct, if I'm right, of course, assuming I am, that's when you'll see videos drop. And I'm so excited, but it's such a weird time because it's like only 3 days before the actual thing, is in people's houses.
Seems like they would have done it this week to get more orders, but
yeah, you would think so. Of course, I could be wrong, but I don't think I'm wrong.
I'll have to reach out to my contact at Apple and see if they can hook me up.
You have to see. Oh yeah, dude, they replied to you that last time.
Yeah. First
Too
time
bad you already bought 2 iMacs, didn't you?
I bought one and it doesn't come until like June. So you're getting your spec'd out blue on launch day?
Yeah. And a regular like pink one. Not exactly base model, but still.
I'm jealous. I should have been up that day, dude. I'm going to be scrounging for iMac stuff. Just send me yours.
Just come here and use mine.
Can you? Okay, I'll fly in. But yeah, I've gotten, I feel like, a hopeful line of communication with Apple. Well, I wouldn't actually call it
the
that
second
much.
they find out you do this podcast.
I would say I got a reply. And that's the first time that I've heard from Apple. You can tell how quiet I'm talking because I don't yet believe it's real. But
as soon as they find out you do this podcast, dude, it's over.
I hope not. I hope that they would see me for the person I am and not the crowd that I associate with.
You mean me?
John, like I said, if my contact was like, Sam, unlimited iMacs, all you can eat. All you can eat. Can't do the pod. Bye. That's me. This is me.
That's you ducking out.
Okay, bye, Sam. Coming from the pod. You can do the show by yourself,
I'll just do
John.
it by myself. Sorry. Yeah, fuck it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'll just do it by myself.
So,
is there anything else you want to talk about this week?
No, I'm thirsting for the iMacs. I was going to say, like, I'm tired of my MacBook Pro. Like, I can hear the fan the whole time we record, and I'm sure it adds like some subtle floor noise to like the mic.
Well, it just shit its britches a second ago.
Yeah, no, like this, it's a 16-inch MacBook Pro, not even spec'd out. I think it's just the base 16-inch. And it's horrible. What year is it? It's so bad. 2019, 2019. It's the newest possible 16-inch MacBook Pro you can buy because it's the first MacBook Pro 16-inch you can buy. And it's so bad. It's so slow. I couldn't even edit half of a video on it before it died.
Dude, it's wild. So the M1 has spoiled me because
no, it has. It's
like
so good.
I went to I was messing with Karina's MacBook Air, I think last night, and just booting it or just like trying to log in. I'm just like, what universe? This is from last year. What universe is this?
So yeah, you've been using an M1 Mac now for a couple weeks, right?
At least a couple weeks, like a few months, 2 months.
Are you gonna go back? What's your experience?
Oh, I love it. I'm all in on the M1 or M2, M1X, whatever they come out with next. I'll be all in on that one. I think that we're getting a MacBook Pro pretty soon, though, 16-inch.
Oh, really?
M1X.
Okay.
Yep.
That'd be cool. Do you think that you need more power? Or are you satisfied with the M1 where it's at?
So I haven't experienced any issues. There's nothing where I'm like, there's no pain points where I'm like, this is a little bit too slow, but I can tell that like I'm right on the cusp of like I'm pushing this thing to its maximum, but that makes me excited because I don't have another option right now, like because this is as high end as it gets for the M1 chip, at least in the Mac Mini. I'll probably have slightly better performance on the desktop iMac with the M1 in it.
Dude, I hope it's just like a little bit better.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll feel like I just bought the same fucking thing in a different package and be upset with myself. Either way.
Yeah.
But the second an M1X comes out, I'm going to buy that.
Sure. I gotcha. I was curious because like for me on M1, it is really good. And it's like the battery life. It's sort of like everything else that is just so much better. Like I remember every year we used to care so much about like the new Intel chip. It'd be like Skylake and then Moon Lake and like Ass Lake. And they just like put Lake on everything. And it was like always annoying because you're like, what does this actually mean? And you were like, there was no way to like quantize like, oh, there's actually more power. Or when it was like 10% more, 5% more. I remember just like thirsting for like the MacBook Pro updates because I was like, oh, I want more power. But what M1 did wasn't, it didn't raise the bar for us. I think it raised the floor for everybody else. Like everyone that buys a Mac just has a better experience because it's more responsive. There's way better battery life and the prices didn't increase. Like you were getting just, I would almost say double as good as a computer, which I guess explains why Apple just kind of threw the M1 in their existing designs just right off the bat. Still to this day, shocked that the M1 Mini got updated, or the Mac Mini got updated with M1 at the same time as the other two. And I mean, I'm very excited to see the redesigns because we know that there's a lot of extra space with M1, but it's just interesting. I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, M1, yeah, it made my life better, but like it really made it better for like just the people that don't care about technology. It was just like, oh, everything just loads
becomes
faster.
very
It's more
transparent.
reliable.
Like it just works and you don't even know why.
Yeah.
So you're not using an M1 as your main machine yet?
No. I use the I can't really move my camera.
Are you using that iMac? Like we can see it back there.
Yeah. This is my main work computer. It's the spec'd out 2020 iMac, the one that you leaked, the one that you said August iMac. So I bought that. And then I've got an iMac Pro that I'm going to get rid of because I don't need the iMac Pro. And then I for this podcast, I'm using Intel as well. And literally this weekend I went to edit a video.
Yeah. Wait, you actually did follow through and buy that iMac Pro, didn't you?
No.
Or you canceled
This is an
order?
old iMac Pro.
Okay.
It's an old iMac Pro. It's a
Gotcha.
one that I got in 2018.
Okay.
But like this MacBook Pro that it sits in front of me, that's like, I spent $2,500 on it, and $2,800 because I got upgraded upgraded RAM and storage, and it couldn't even get through half of an edit.
Yeah.
Like without dying. Like, are you kidding me? I paid $3,000 for you, and you can't even get through half of an.
Well, we do have
like,
one more Intel Mac coming, by the way.
There's
one more.
The Mac Pro.
Yeah. And that's
you
the
think
last
for
one.
sure that's happening?
Oh yeah.
Really?
And they're going to reuse the same chassis as the existing Mac Pro, and then we're getting the M. I don't think it'll be M1, but the M series processor in a Mac Pro Mini.
Yes, the G4 Cube.
Yeah, but there is one more. So since the announcement of the transition, we've gotten one other iMac, or was it the iMac app?
We've gotten one truly new design since the transition was announced.
No, I mean since the transition, we got one Intel Mac. We got that iMac. Or no?
Yeah. You're right.
So after Dub,
they suggested there were multiple.
Yeah, we've gotten one of those. There is one more Intel Mac, and it's the Mac Pro.
Is that coming this year?
I don't know. I think so. Maybe. We'll see.
They said it's going to take 2 years, but I have a feeling Apple went very conservative on that timeline. I think we'll be all Apple Silicon by the end of next year.
Well, they're kind of like going
June
balls
of
to the wall.
23.
They're going balls to the wall with this Intel Mac, the last one, the Mac Pro. Like as the last Intel Mac, it's nuts. It's absolutely crazy.
Am I going to want to get it?
You might, but I mean, like, I wouldn't because we're in this for the long haul. Like we're in this in the middle of the transition, and so I would I'd stick with whatever. If we'll probably have the M1X by then, and just buy into that. As enticing as the Mac Pro might be, because it's one and done. Like that'll be it, and then that's sort of it after that. Which means software is going to change, and like I feel like if you buy into that Mac Pro, it'll get dated really fast because, the software's starting to transition to M1 and everything is sort of like moving on past that. And you're just going to be stuck in the back with your fucking Intel crazy Mac Pro.
That's what confuses me because I don't understand why somebody would buy that computer. Like, I guess there's some enterprise customers, but for Apple to pour all this engineering work in like speccing up that computer or like the new processor, it's a bit odd because like I said, I was like, would I buy it? And then I'm like, no, I'm not going to buy it because I like the M1 is just what a processor on a computer should be. It's just so naturally good and it's so great right now. I just need more power. Like I'm the number one M1 fan. I think I need more, maybe John, if I had a Mac Mini like you, I think I would be more prone to using the M1, but I will be honest, I don't have an external display and editing on a 13-inch MacBook Pro hurts me.
Yeah.
Because it's so damn.
I have I think I'm using right now on the Mac Mini a 38-inch ultra wide, which I fucking love ultra wides for editing. I'm gonna miss that when I have my iMac.
Yeah, you're gonna be on my little schedule with the little one monitor.
Yeah, are you gonna
display.
try it? Are you gonna try to use that as your main machine?
Oh, not even a question. Yeah, for sure. I will. I'm gonna give it its fair shot.
Even though it's so small, just 24 inches.
I know. I have a feeling it won't be enough, and I'm gonna be sad. But I guess that's why I'll be keeping my other iMac. I mean, I'm almost planning to get two. I think.
Welcome
for
to the
myself.
club.
I kind of want one for here, like when we do the podcast.
And then one in the back.
But then that's a waste. I should just put my iMac Pro here. Wait, why haven't I put my iMac? Oh, because I don't have a replacement iMac. What iMac am I going to put in the background of my videos, John? I need one.
What? The new one?
I should just get like the base. I should just get like the base iMac and just
for aesthetics, just to have it as a prop.
It'd be kind of cool. It would
I bought
extend
two,
my
but we're going to
credibility.
be using both of them.
Yeah, you and Karina. That's really cute.
Speaking
you got blue and she got pink, right?
Yeah. Let me see where the order sits. I check every day to see if it's preparing to ship. Nope.
Dude, we're close.
Am I going to show any information that I don't want to? No. Okay. So still just waiting on those two. Order in progress.
And it says it's probably going to be here on launch day?
Yeah. Both of them say May 21st through the 27th.
Dude.
So.
10 days. 10 days.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited to open it and play with it. Even though
it just hit me
I know
it's
that
10 days and
even though I'll be excited for a few days and then, not too long from now we'll have an M1X like iMac Pro and I'll hate myself and have to buy that too.
Dude, I'm ready for M1X. I've been thinking about that. I'm like, what if they come out with M1X and the MacBook Pro this summer first? And then I'm going to have to go buy the Apple 6K display.
Yeah.
Like there's no other option. I'm going to have to go out and spend $6,000 on their display to hook it up to the MacBook to use it as my main computer.
You can get a different display. You don't have to get that one.
John. You don't understand.
Wow, I
buddy.
forgot.
It's all part of the plan.
TechLead was right. He knew.
Consumerism. Is there anything else you want to talk about? I feel like this week was just horribly slow.
It was slow other than I'm trying to pull Apple news just all by myself. Like, look at this new stuff. Kohl leaked that there's going to be a new Apple-made 5G modem coming to iPhones.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that's all right. That's it.
2023.
Yeah. We got the MacBook Air stuff this week, and that was kind of it.
Did you see that sketchy rumor that was circulating
about
that Apple's making a Nintendo Switch style gaming device?
Oh yeah, that's true.
What?
No, I don't know.
I was like, there's no way. Like, what?
I know they're working on like an Apple TV-esque gaming console experience, but I don't know anything about a Nintendo Switch.
Well, yeah.
That would be very out of left field. This thing we've never done before? Here's a portable gaming console. Isn't that an iPhone?
Exactly.
Or
the
an
rumor
iPad?
apparently originated from this like South Korean forum site. And then it just got tweeted out by somebody, and Mac Rumors covered it, and I was like, "This is weird." They never cover they took 8 months to cover like reputable people, and then they'd be like, "Oh, sketchy rumor off a South Korean blog." Like, I feel like there's just some credibility because it's like, "Oh, it's over east where a lot of the rumors come from." But I was like, "This is weird." 9 to 5 Mac did a good piece on it where they were like, "This doesn't make sense," but like, here's this rumor. Like they sort of were like, "Hey, don't expect this." But it was basically just that like Apple's working on this Nintendo Switch style gaming device that there's a lack of information about it. It's just like, oh, they're working on this for gaming. And there's no question that Apple's like pushing into gaming because Apple Arcade, do you subscribe?
No.
Neither do I. But they're trying. They're trying to push into
trying.
Apple Arcade. And a few months ago they announced
But to
new
be fair,
games,
that's not like a fair comparison because even if Apple Arcade was amazing, I probably still wouldn't subscribe because I don't play games usually.
You're not a gamer in general?
No. I've gone through phases in my life. I have a major problem with video games, like a huge problem. Where if I get attached to a video game, that's my life. I won't shit. I won't piss. I won't sleep. And so I have a very addictive like personality with gaming. I feel like, and so I just safer if I just don't.
Got you.
My life will. I feel like I will ruin my life if I start.
So you
gaming.
don't want the Apple Nintendo Switch device? You would not be in the target market.
I would not. No.
That's fair.
Would not.
I mean, I don't think would I get it to try it out? Yeah. Do I think I would actually be somebody who enjoys an Apple Switch? No, that seems weird. Like you said, it seems out of left field. They'd be better off just making that controller that they're working on. And we know that they're working on a controller, and it just hasn't come out yet. Like, we've been hearing about this controller for what, 2 years?
Yeah.
It's been about a year.
Reputable people have mentioned it. Didn't Love to Dream also mention the controller?
Love to Dream. It was like one of his first ever
Where's he been, by the
leaks
way?
Ever. He's retired, John.
He's now retired.
He doesn't. I know. But yeah, I just thought that was a funny rumor. I thought I'd share it. I didn't really understand the whole Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
I have a feeling somebody just commented and it's
it.
been completely misinterpreted, so I wouldn't buy it. I don't think Apple's doing it.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do other stuff with gaming, VR headset stuff there, but
absolutely,
I don't think
so
that
either.
they're going to do that.
Okay, on that note, that's it for the week. That was a long show.
That's it for the week, dude. We did it.
We're done.
Yeah,
that's it. Everybody go support our sponsors. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you're listening to this right now and you didn't know we have a YouTube channel, a video version of the show, you can find it. We'll link it down in the show notes. I think we do that every week, right? Put the channel in the show notes. And then if you're sick of watching it on YouTube, you can also just listen to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you want to get your podcasts, and just listen to us that way. Sam,
thank you guys.
Thanks for coming this week. It was nice seeing you.
Yeah.
We're only friends once a week where we fake it.
I know. Some weeks we just get really busy. Like one of these weeks, I was just like, John's busy because he's not as talkative, and I'm like, that man's working.
It's crazy. And I worked on that MacBook Air thing like for 2 days straight and didn't sleep.
John, you woke up. What time did you start on that MacBook video before the night? Because I was texting Ian, and he was like, "Oh," I was like, "Is this coming tomorrow?" Because I was like, "I know you're working on it," so I was like, "I'll just have Ian. I'll have Ian tell me when I can see this in real life." But I was just like, I was curious. I was like, dude, is this gonna be FPD tomorrow? And he's like, yeah. So I wake up the next day and it's past 8:15, and I'm like, something's wrong.
Yep.
Video's not out. John, somebody's a little stressed right now.
Yeah.
So sure enough,
you know how it is.
Like I had woken up, and then I just like refreshed YouTube a couple times, and like I woke up around 11, and then like 11:23, I think it came out, and I was like, yes.
Well, I sent you the image, one of the images of the enclosure, like 2 nights before the episode came out,
dude.
So that's when I started working on it, because I gotta move fast. And then like Ian went to sleep, and I was still editing like my portion of the episode without Ian's stuff, without the renders. And he woke up and he's like, "Hey, I'm rendering this out. You'll have it in a few minutes." I was like, "You take your time, because I'm still up. I'm still doing this."
Oh my God.
And then when the episode went out, that's when I finally, people don't see that stuff. They don't know that I was like, I worked for 2 days and didn't sleep. But the episode's out, and then I immediately passed out. And then we were supposed to record yesterday, and I didn't wake up until like fucking 9 p.m. or something crazy. I woke up and I didn't even know what day it was. I was like, is it 9 o'clock in the morning? Is it 9 p.m.? I don't know.
Dude, I had texted you at like 5 and you didn't reply, and I was like, oh no, this man's asleep, and I've got plans at like 8.
Yeah, I set alarms and I didn't wake up for any of them. I even have a HomePod Mini in the bedroom now. We got one HomePod Mini, and now every room has a HomePod Mini. We're just like, okay, that one,
John,
that one.
Why didn't you get the Sonos? Get the Sonos. It's better. It's so much
consumerism. I'm into ecosystem. So I bought there's a HomePod Mini in the bedroom that was set to go off. I think it went off. I wish I could have recorded myself, because I bet it went off and I went, "Hey, Riri, turn off the alarm," and she did. Like I woke up for it, turned off the alarm, and I don't even remember it.
Damn, that's how you know it's a good much needed sleep, though, when your body's just like, ignore.
So here we are,
external things.
2 days late.
Thank you guys for watching. Great episode. Love you, John. Support our sponsors. That's BetterHelp,
PolicyGenius, Stamps.com. Thanks for supporting the show. That's it. Okay. Goodbye.
We're going to go. We love you guys. Thanks for supporting the show. Appreciate the love on YouTube and on the feed. And we love you guys. You're the best. We'll see you next week.
Have a good week. Later, guys.